Let's go. Welcome to Smooth Talk Sessions. Kick back, learn cornhole lessons. From the backyards to big time blessings. J Smooth got the boards, got the questions. Smooth Talk Sessions. Hometown champs and the ones still stressing. Bag in the air, that's the confession. Talking all things cornhole, it's the essence. We got locals, league kings, new rookies in the mix.
What's up, everybody? This is Jay Smooth, and this is another episode of Smooth Talk Sessions. And today we have a very special guest on today. She is a mother, she is a wife, she is a community partner, and she's the owner of 8 Dimensions Wellness Center. Let's welcome Sunshine Echols to the stage. Welcome to the podcast, Sunshine.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. It's a perfect day for you to be on a podcast because the sun is shining, right?
Always shining.
No, so how you doing though?
I'm doing all right. Yesterday was Mother's Day, so I got to have a
Yes,
good time with my family. My mom was here, so I'm in a good space.
yes. Happy belated Mother's Day. I'm glad you
Thank
had a
you.
wonderful time. So that's amazing to hear. So let's get right to it. Because that's like I told you before earlier, we try to get you in and highlight all your good stuff and all the great things you got going on in the community. So let's go start right here.
Okay.
8 Dimensions Wellness Center. Talk about this. You know what? First of all, before you even do this,
Okay.
tell the people a little bit about yourself.
So I am Dr. Michelle Sunshine Echols, the founder of 8 Dimensions Wellness Center, located in the Black Wall Street part of Ferguson. I like to emphasize that because our strip of Ferguson is just so many amazing Black-owned businesses, and I'm so thankful to be able to be in that space. But at the Wellness Center, we do all things wellness. We provide mental health therapy. We do a lot of community programming. We have financial literacy, business building. We just make sure that we have something that connects to the whole person. So if you need it, you most likely can find it at 8 Dimensions Wellness Center.
I love it. I love it. Right in the heart of the Black Wall Street in Ferguson. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to come on MLK Day because I was actually trying to set up. I was right next door at Taste trying to get things set up, but then we had to move down to Nays. But I didn't get a chance to come down and see the spot. But yeah, most definitely, much love to you and what you got going on. But tell everybody a little bit about 8 Dimensions Wellness Center and how you got started with this too.
So I'm a therapist, and while I was in school, I was just thinking about all the things that deal with like mental health and access to programming and services that we have in our community. And when I looked at
Mhm.
everything, you have to go to Chesterfield, you got to go to Creve Coeur, you got to go to Clayton, you have to go somewhere deep in the city. And it was nowhere that was just kind of one-stop shop that was catered to providing cultural care to the people. And I was like, you know what? Create it yourself. Because even at that time, my office was in Clayton, and I'm like, this isn't the most accessible space for the community that I wanted to serve. So I looked intentionally in Ferguson. I graduated from LaFleur High School. So I was
Oh,
like,
so,
I
okay.
want to be in my community. So I grew up in U City, went to school in Normandy for a while, graduated from Ferguson. So my goal was literally one of those 3 areas. It either needed to be U City, Normandy, or Ferguson. So I ended up in Ferguson, and I was just like, this is probably the most central place I can get to serve city, county, North County, South County, West County, anywhere that our people are. It was kind of a central hub. So I was like, you know what? It was meant for me to be in this space.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And this started, when did you start 8 Dimensions Wellness Center?
We opened our doors actually on my birthday, October 12th of 2024. So we are
Oh, wow.
approaching our 2-year anniversary in our space. Um, but the work has been going on for about a good since 22, I would say 2022.
2022. That's
Yes.
amazing. So before you came up with 8 Dimensions Wellness Center, did you already have that brand already created, or it was something that you was just, it was a vision of yours also?
So honestly, our nonprofit started as Building the Road Home. We were essentially
Mhm.
created to help the homeless community. And then while I
Okay.
was in school working on my dissertation, I was really learning that one of the biggest factors towards mental health, towards homelessness was mental health. So once I graduated, we pivoted to mental health because that was an easier way for us to get funding and serve the same community essentially. So there was a pivot in there. The name 8 Dimensions Wellness Center came from we learn in mental health that there are 8 dimensions of wellness. So in order to serve the whole person and be fully well, you have to touch on all of those 8 dimensions. So I was like, you know what? It's just kind of the name in itself. So when people come, they're going to ask that question and they're going to learn why they're getting these services.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You just mentioned something about you going back to school. So let's talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
What was this day like? You know, what was that feeling like when you became Dr. Sunshine?
Man, so I cried when I did my defense online, and when I was done, I cried immediately. It was just tears of joy. So I am technically a first generation college graduate. Both my
Awesome.
parents attended college, but they did not graduate. So to be able to be a first generation college graduate and then become the first doctor in my family was just like a really great feeling. So in that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be the first doctor, but I'm not going to be the last. So just something to
That's
throw out
right.
there. My husband just finished his doctoral degree. He graduates on Thursday. So he's the second doctor in my family.
You got to clap it up for that. You know, shouts out to
Yes,
your husband. Congratulations to him. Both of you guys going to be doctors in the house. So I mean, that's amazing. That's something that can pass along to just the future generations. You know, and that's just amazing that you guys have actually set that standard. So blessings to both of you guys for that. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So I know you're in the therapy field. So I actually was doing some research and I seen this picture, and I want you to kind of like talk about this. This was for mental health, for youth mental health, right?
absolutely. So
Okay.
8 Dimensions Wellness Center has earned a grant through St. Louis County Children's Service Fund that allows us to train 1,000 adults who are either living in St. Louis County or serving St. Louis County youth. And in the youth mental health first aid training, you learn the signs and symptoms of a person who's dealing with a mental health or substance use crisis. With that, we are getting the tools so that we can equip the people in our community to learn and see those signs, and then we can get those youth to help that they need.
That's amazing. They kind of like stick with that because that's something that's needed in our community. Um, like, what is your actual main focus right now for the youth, especially in the community that that you're in Ferguson? Is just surrounding St. Louis area, with mental health that's needed. It's the doors are always open for you anyway, because I always see you always having things for the kids and things like that. Can you speak towards more of the things that you guys are doing for the mental health for the youth?
Absolutely. So, for one, I am working with a couple schools. I provide mental health therapy services. So, my main school that I work with is Live for Life Academy. I go in a couple days out of the week and actually provide those therapy sessions. And then I have a couple of other schools that I work with where I may do drop-in services where there's a kind of a one-off here and there, and I may have a group of students that I'm working with.
Okay.
Another thing that I have been doing is sound baths. So, sound bath is a form of sound therapy where you're able to reach a phase of total relaxation. So I've been bringing in different groups of youth into our facility, or I will join them in their school space and providing them with this service because a lot of our youth are dealing with trauma, stress, anxiety, and all these things, and they don't know how to shut it off. So being able
That's
to
right.
provide them with that sound bath shows them how they can do it on their own. And then I teach them different places where they can go and get these recordings. They can go to YouTube and pull up a meditation music. They can go to Apple Music and pull up meditation music and just kind of get into that space on their own. And I tell them 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before bed, this is a good way for you to kind of just shut out the noise and recenter yourself.
And I've been seeing you doing that, and I've been seeing Lily Lynn. She's been kind of like actually kind of like reposting your stuff. So I was asking her about it because I was kind of new to it. Can you kind of like dive in a little bit more about sound baths? Because I seen you doing this. I thought it was yoga. Is it like kind of part of yoga, kind of?
So no.
Okay.
So when you
Okay.
do
Good. Good. Okay.
you come to the space and the goal is for you to be totally relaxed. So I instruct people to either lay on their back, their side, or their stomach, whatever feels most comfortable. If you are truly getting into it, you'll have like a blanket, a pillow, so you can
Hmm.
elevate your legs and your neck and really truly get into a comfortable space. And then I have what are called crystal bowls, where the vibration of the bowl creates a sound in the room, and it's a vibration. So sometimes you can feel it within certain parts of your body, and sometimes you just hear it. And with the frequencies of those sound bowls, you are able to just kind of relax. And a lot of times people fall asleep. And I always tell them, if you fall asleep, congratulations. And they think it's so funny. And 3 minutes in, I have snoring all around the room. And it's just like, and when it's over, they're like, dang, I think I was asleep. And it's a way for you to just truly relax. And you can still hear me most of the time. Some people get into real good sleep. But most of the time, you can still hear what's going on, but you're in a state of relaxation to where you're able to focus and just be.
That's amazing. So how often do you kind of like provide these services?
Now, I don't have a set schedule for it. So
Hmm.
my goal for 2026 was to be able to do at least one free sound bath for some type of community organization per month.
Hmm.
And I've been on track with that. I did one for the teachers of Hazelwood, their social workers for Social Work Month. I did the girls basketball for Live for Life before they went to state. I just recently had a group from Live for Life as well who come over there from the entrepreneur and business class. Um, who else have I? It's quite a few people. So
Yeah.
it just really depends. So if there is someone who wants their organization to be able to receive this service, just reach out. We'll get it on the schedule. I have no problem with coming out and serving your people.
That's amazing because that's something that, since I'm getting into the schools now with my youth academy for cornhole, I
Mhm.
think we need to talk because I think that'd be a great, collaboration for us to do both, because these
Absolutely.
kids need, both. Because right now I'm in Jenny's Middle. That's my first part of my pilot program. And I've been doing demonstrations at other schools, but Jenny's been my main school. And just these kids, you can see that they do need stuff like that. When you see them after school, they're just ready to go outside and hang out and stuff like that, and just being kids. But having something like this will most definitely help them out, mentally and things like that. So I love what you're doing.
Absolutely. Let's team up.
I
Let's
love
get
what you're
them
doing.
relaxed so they can focus on the skills you're teaching them.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I got this for you right here because I want you to talk about this because you making some national noise though. You're not just here in the loo. You know what I'm saying? You're across country doing your thing. So talk about that and talk about your experience.
Okay, so NatCon is the National Conference for Mental Health. And on the first day of the conference, they had the Mental Health First Aid Summit. So for that, I was able to present on the work that we're doing at Eight Dimensions Wellness Center. And my goal for that particular presentation was to teach people how we are filling seats for the training. So being able to be a face in the community and connecting so people know our name, they know what we are providing. Being able to have a caveat, a workaround for people who are saying, I want to attend the training, but I can't take off work. So we provided a letter for people to give to their employer and say, hey, this is a professional development day. So now you're not using PTO, you're not going a day without being paid. Within our grant, we thought about people are hungry when they're in the training, and sometimes you can learn better when you are nourished. So we even wrote in there to be able to provide lunch for participants in that training. So if they take it in person, they will be provided lunch. And we have a chef that we work with, Chef Queenie. She's been amazing. She
Yes.
caters those lunches for us. And then the people who do online, of course, they don't get lunch, but they still get the training. So I just talked about all the things that we thought of that would prevent a person from being able to have this training, and things that we have implemented so that we can reach everybody who needs it.
That's amazing. And it kind of shouts out to Chef Queenie. I know it. I know her also and from EBL and things like that. And the actual meals that she is prepping, you got to talk about that. It's not just your normal meals.
It's
Those are
not.
healthy meals.
Absolutely. So we have a program at Eight Dimensions Wellness Center called Nourish Your Neighborhood, a Thrifty Chef series. So it's designed for our local chefs to come in and teach the community members how to cook healthy meals on the budget. And Chef Queenie was our second chef who came in to do that. And when I say she blew the room away in her presentation, her skills, the way she paired things together that we never even thought about putting together, the food tasted like even that. And
Yeah.
like she came with her aprons and she made sure that like the children that were there that day, they were hands on, get up here and let's teach you how to do this. So when you go home, you have these skills. So once she did her presentation, we've had other chefs, but like she was the one that stood out the most because
Yeah.
she was really able to connect to the community that we serve. And so any chance we get to bring her back to do some work with us, we are reaching out and like, hey girl, hey, we need you.
Shouts out to Chef Queenie. That's amazing. That's being a community partner, right? You know you
Absolutely.
network with different people in the community to make things happen like this. So I love it. I love you. So I'm gonna go to this next one. I want you to kind of talk about this banking on your future, financial literacy for our children. That is amazing. Is this something that you've been doing for a while, or is it something new for you?
So this is it actually started last year. So this is year two. We have partnered with Bank of America to provide financial literacy classes. And it's actually for anyone, not just children. It's
Anyone?
for
Okay.
anyone who needs like financial guidance. So this is your budgeting. This is your credit. This is understanding how you may need to set your financials up so that you can move towards home ownership. And like their whole goal is to help people towards home ownership. But with us, it was just like sometimes you just need these skills that you need to move towards home ownership, even if you're not in the market for a new home. So it's open to anyone who needs it. The class is offered online. So anybody can tap in at any time. When we have those classes, just register and you'll be in the next one. Each time when you do register, you can tell them exactly what it is that you're looking for, what skills, what tools, what information, and they will cater that to you when you come to class.
Eight Dimensions Wellness Center is the one-stop shop. That's
Mhm.
amazing. Because a lot of places just focus on one or two things. You're focused on everything that's needed for the communities. That's amazing. That's amazing. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it
Okay.
going.
You did
I
your
got something else
research.
for you. I do a little something, something. I'm gonna go to the next one for you right here.
Okay. Okay. And this is
Something that
actually, go ahead.
this is important to me too because something that I've been coaching and refereeing basketball for years, and just I grew up in Walnut Park, so I grew up in the hood, and I understand, responding instead of reacting because a lot of times we want to react, and we all have fought for that from at some times, but for our youth, it's a skill that has to be learned. It truly has to be learned, and we are the ones gonna have to teach them. And I love this right here. It's called Split Second. That's just
Mhm.
amazing. So go right ahead and talk about that.
Okay. And this is actually a workshop I did today. So
What?
I have been contracted with one of our local nonprofits called Bridging Families into Communities to work with our youth. So it started off, I was just doing some substance use training with them, and I would come in, talk to the youth, do a workshop, and they're very interactive. So we were implementing science and learning
Mhm.
how drugs and alcohol affect your body when you actually utilize them.
Mhm.
And they loved it so much. They were like, you know what? Can you come in and teach our youth some other things? What's some other stuff you can do? Um, so I created a series of different workshops that I've been working on with them. And today was responding instead of reacting, conflict resolution,
Mm.
a split second. And I talked to them about how a choice that you make a split second can change the trajectory of the rest of your life. You can be in jail, you could be alive, you could be dead, you could be living the life of your dreams based on what you decide to do in a matter of a second. So making sure that we're stopping thinking about everything that we do and say because it really can control the rest of your life, what it looks like.
It really does, and we see it so many times, just in our neighborhoods and just in just in the world where you could just make a split second decision and it changes your life, and not just your life though. It could change other families' lives and things like that. But this is huge, and it has to be something that has to be taught to a lot of our kids, or not even just our kids. Let's take it back from away from the kids. A lot of our adults,
Absolutely.
a lot of adults, because we make a lot of split decisions, second decisions about just things in life, and sometimes we need to sit back and just think about what we're doing and actually, what we're trying to do with these decisions we're making. So, I seen it today when that's why I actually had already had my studio set up, and I seen this, and I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense because I was actually talking to some kids about this at Jennings about the same thing,
Hmm.
and it was just not about just anything, crime or anything like that. We was talking about the decisions they make in the classroom and things like that. We were just talking about all kind of decisions that they can make real quick that can change their lives. So no, this is just it spoke to me. That's why I actually brought it up, and I want you to kind of speak to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna get down to this because it's the big one right here, and it's coming up real soon.
All
It's
right.
coming up real soon. It's coming up real soon. So talk about the wellness. Well, I said wellness. Well Fest that's
Yeah.
coming up. in a couple
So
weeks.
May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. And
Hmm.
as a therapist, as a wellness center, we just thought it would be a good idea to do something big. We've done a lot of smaller programming. We did a Christmas event that had all these things that we're going to have, except for there's some new additions that'll be there. This is free to the entire family. So I don't care if you're 10 days old or 100 years old, you are welcome at this festival and there will be something for you. So we're going to have a kids corner set up. At 12:30, we are going to have yoga and a sound bath. So you were asking if it's the
Oh,
same thing. So if you come and you're there, bring your yoga mats if you have one. We'll have a few for people who may not have one to utilize. But the beginning part of it will be actual yoga practice. So you can learn different ways to stretch and move your body for that wellness, because if you don't move it, you will lose it. And then after that, we'll be winding down with relaxation from a sound bath. And our um, yoga instructor slash sound bath will be provided by Sherelle, aka Sage. She has done amazing work with almost every event that we have. We like to have her there, either providing massages and or yoga. She's been really good with that. So that will be there. We're gonna have a kids corner. We have over 50 vendors for this event.
wow.
So community
Wow.
resources, people selling services and goods, and we have youth vendors as well. So we'll have over 50 vendors set up for this event. We have a DJ Ryan. I don't know his
Mhm.
stage name. I need to ask him his stage name. But Ryan is a DJ. He DJ'd our Christmas event as well. He did really well. They loved him. So, of course, we had to bring him back. So, we'll have lots of good music going on. We have giveaways. There are so many giveaways that we have. Gas is high right now. Quick Trip has
Yes.
been amazing with providing us with some gas cards that we can raffle off for free. So
Okay.
don't worry about getting there, y'all, because we got gas cards that we'll be giving away. So if you get there, get your raffle ticket. We may be able to send you home with some gas in your car and make it feel like you didn't even spend anything. You feel like you came out on top. We actually are doing a paid raffle for some Meta glasses.
Oh,
So
wow. Nice.
$10, you can go home. You could possibly be the winner of Meta glasses. So that'll be launching the week of the event, and a winner will be announced
Okay.
on the day of. We have some beats that we'll be giving away. I can't think of all. Oh, we have a boxing gym trial that we'll be giving away with St. Louis
Mm.
Boxing Academy. We have some giveaways, y'all. So y'all need to make sure y'all get out there and have fun with the family. There's going to be plenty of food and just fun and giveaways, activities, events, and things like that, so that you can make sure you go home feeling well.
Well, I want to actually have a giveaway for you also. I want to get some actually my brand on my bags. Give a set of bags out to someone, to a kid or whoever just winning a raffle, a free raffle. I want to get
Yeah.
it to you guys also. So I'll give one of my actual sponsors to have a set of bags made. I might have Well Fest on there with my actual brand on
Okay.
there, and actually have that set up so I can have this raffled out to whoever to win it. For my giveaway for you guys. So I want to do that
We
for you.
appreciate that.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. So, location, where's it going to be at?
It is going to be at Forestwood Park. It is 806 Ferguson Avenue. Um, Pretty much you can get to it from West Florissant and or Elizabeth. But it's a big park.
Hmm.
You can't miss us once you get on Ferguson, and we'll be there. It is
That's
from
awesome.
11
That's
a.m. to
awesome.
2 p.m.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'll be out there with my boards, guys, because I'll be out there, showing the youth and whoever wants to learn how to play cornhole. Sunshine has invited me out. So, most
Yeah,
definitely, I'll be out there. So, that's going to be fun. And also, I'll try to get a t shirt for you also to give away, also. So, I'll try to have
okay.
that for you, to give away. But yeah,
We
that's amazing.
appreciate
That's amazing. Oh, it's all love. We all community partners together. We gotta share the love, right?
it.
Share the
Absolutely.
love. So, but other than that, anybody you want to shout out right now? Anybody that you want to just show love to or whatever? It's this is your time. This is your space. You just can have it.
Well, of course, I always want to thank God for
Mm.
blessing me to be here, giving me the vision to
Amen.
serve my community. Shout out to my board. They have been very amazing in helping me execute any visions, helping me with giving me ideas as well, so we can just implement and serve our community. And shout out to all my community partners, because I can't do it by myself. We can't do it by ourselves. So the more people that we
Oh,
connect with, the more families we can serve, the more we can make a difference in our community.
I love it. I love it. So, as far as anything else that's coming up besides Wellfest, you got anything else coming up in the summer for the kids or anything like that?
Absolutely. So we are Father's Day last year. We had our inaugural Father's Day event. It's called Fit for Fatherhood. We had
Mm,
Alonzo from the collective. He came and did yoga with our fathers. He's a father as well. We had Victoria's Foods. She provided us with lunch. And then we had a group of fathers come on over from Fathers and Family Support Center. And we had a nice little conversation. It's just about being a Black man in St. Louis. So we're going to run that back. So this is our second annual Father's Day event. It is going to be June 13th, I believe. Yes, June 13th.
okay.
So we'll be promoting that as soon as the festival's over. We'll promote registration for that. So we can get another group of fathers in and just come and enjoy the day and be celebrated, because you see so many things from mothers. And yes, we love our mothers. Yesterday was Mother's Day, but I feel that our fathers are just kind of a forgotten community sometimes. So I wanted to amplify that voice. I grew up in a household with my dad. I live in a household with my husband. So my daughters are growing up with their dad. And I think that having fathers present is very important. And I like to amplify
Yes.
and really celebrate those who are doing that. Let the world tell it Black fathers are absent. But if you really look at the data, Black fathers are doing the thing. So I like to celebrate that every chance I get. So we are definitely doing a Father's Day event. We have a youth camp that we're doing. We are partnered with Beyond Building on Direction for our summer camp.
Mm,
So they're doing most of the work. We're providing the space and collaborating on some of the coordination of it. But like I said, partnerships make the world go round.
that's
So they
right.
needed a space and we
Right.
wanted a program. So we say, you know what, why not work together on this? So we're doing a summer camp for youth. There are still a few spots for that left. I'll make sure I post about that. So people who are looking for something for your youth to do, that is an option as well. Um, we will be part of the Juneteenth celebration in
Yes.
Ferguson as well as the one in Delwood. So look for us. We'll have some information. We'll be passing out about our services. I feel like it's so much coming up, but those are the main things that are coming.
Yeah, yeah, I've been paying attention to what you got going on, most definitely. So we most definitely gonna talk more, offline and collab more because that June 13th day for Father's Day, that's something that could be something we can do live. Maybe you never know. Someone could
Okay.
bring my brothers out from the 1432 podcast I work with. We may be able to do something for that. But I'll talk to you about that. But no, continue doing what you're doing. Continue to be the great community partner that you are, and keep them doors open. And just keep on bringing in the community to continue to learn something new. Because a lot of times we're not privileged to this type of information. So for you to have the space that you have and you giving out that knowledge and and that love to others is that you want to show it to the next person. So continue doing what you're doing in the community. We all love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see how the welfare go. I know it's going to be amazing.
It's
So
gonna
I'm looking
be
forward to
amazing.
it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be super cool. So I'll be actually in contact with you. I'm gonna get with my sponsor today to see if I can get your logo on the bag with my actual brand on there, and get a set of bags out to you, and maybe a T-shirt, like I said. So we're gonna keep things moving and shaking, and we're gonna stay in touch and keep things going. So I just want to thank you again for being on Smooth Talk Sessions. I'm Jay Smooth with Cornhole with Smooth, and that is the sunshine of the day, Echols in the building. I appreciate you.
Thanks for
If
having
anything else, no problem. Anything else you want to say? Anybody else want to shout out any sponsors or anything like that before you
me.
leave? Oh,
Go
let me
ahead.
ask you. Tell you this. Tell people where to find you at.
Okay, so sponsors for WellFest. Our biggest sponsor is BJC Healthcare. They have been really great with supporting events that we do. Um, Pretty much any big event that we've done, they have been a sponsor for. So we really truly appreciate them. Walmart/Sam's, they have been great supporters of programming that we're doing. They actually funded the Nourish the Neighborhood program that we provide every month. So shout out to Walmart/Sam's. Quick Trip, of course, they gave us gas cards. Unheard Empire, they're the ones who are donating the boxing gym
Oh
membership.
yeah. Okay.
um Cornhole with Smooth. So you just told us we're gonna get some bags for that. So thank you for that. You all can find me on Facebook at Sunshine Echols or on Instagram at 8DWC_STL. Or you can find us online at 8DWC.org. I'm like, what is that website?
It's a wellness. It's look up the wellness center. But yeah, 8 Dimensions Wellness. So you'll find it on Google. Trust me, I've done it. So it's
Yes,
easy
we
to
on
find.
Maps. We on Google.
Yep.
If you can't find us, we'll help you get there.
That's right. That's right. So again, thank you again for coming on the podcast. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to working with you more. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you ever need anything, let me know. But that's all we got.
Thank you. See y'all at Wellfest, May 30th.
See you at Well first. Everybody have a good rest of your night. Peace.